Hey out there, everybody. Welcome back to BCom. I'm Professor Martin. I want to thank you for tuning in again. In our video here today, we're going to take a look at comma splices, another very common problem that people have in their writing. If you've been following along, you know we're doing a series on grammar basics. We're covering a few of the fundamentals that you need to be familiar with in order to be an effective written communicator. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, in our other videos, we talked about run-on sentences, we talked about fragments, and those are things you can probably deduce as to what they are just by looking at their name. Today, we're going to throw the comma splice at you, and if you're like me, this is going to be a great grammar review because I reviewed this material and kept thinking, oh crap, I make that mistake a lot. So our goals here are that you become familiar with what a comma splice is and you learn how to fix it so it doesn't pop up in your writing. Now, comma splices happen when a writer joins two independent clauses and they use a comma, but they don't put a coordinator in there. A coordinator like but, not, or, and. In our example here, you can see that we have two independent clauses. Disney World operates in Orlando, Disneyland serves California. Two independent clauses. Both of those could stand on their own and be their own sentence, but we put them together. Spliced them together. That's where they get the name comma splice. We spliced them together or joined them together with a comma. The missing coordinator, there's no and, is what makes it a comma splice. So we fix a comma splice in a manner very similar to how we'd fix a run-on sentence. In our first correction here, we've added the coordinator and into it, and that fixes our comma splice. Disney World operates in Orlando, comma, and Disneyland serves California. In the second corrected example, I've substituted a period for the comma, which is going to create two separate sentences. And again, that's a trick that I showed you in the run-on video. And if you're keeping score, two correct sentences are always better than one that is incorrect. That's just basic grammar math. And so how about one more example here? On the top, my fiance wanted a destination wedding. However, she was disappointed. Do I feel attacked with that one? Is Wilmington, Ohio considered a destination wedding? Because that's where I had mine. So I don't know. In any event, we didn't have a destination wedding by any means, but we do have a comma splice going on here that we have to fix. We got two independent clauses joined together by a comma with no coordinating conjunction. So I fixed this one by substituting a period for the comma again and starting a new sentence with however. My fiance wanted a destination wedding, period. However, comma, she was disappointed. That is a grammatically correct full sentence. So one quick word of caution here. If you're joining independent clauses with a comma and you plan to use a coordinating conjunction, you plan to use, the and, or, but, whatever the case may be. You need to be aware that conjunctive adverbs like consequently, furthermore, however, those require you to use a semicolon. That's just the way the grammar rules work. You can just kind of put these in behind the comma and go about your day. Now you're probably saying, what? Now, what does that mean? So here's our previous example. I'm going to kind of show you what I mean. Because however is a conjunctive adverb, I'd have to drop a semicolon in there. I couldn't just put a comma, however, comma. I would actually have to use a semicolon. And this rule is a great example of why I just like to make two sentences. And for me, the fewer grammar hoops you have to jump through, the better your life is going to be. That's my motto. So slide 8 here. In summary, we have a few options for fixing comma splices in our writing, very similar to how we fix a run-on sentence. We can sub a period in for the comma. We can add the appropriate coordinating conjunction in there, or we can sub a semicolon in for the comma. And again, I'm not really a semicolon type of guy. Maybe you are, or girl, as the case might be. So that about wraps it up for this round of grammar videos. Here we talked common sentence problems that pop up in our writing, and you'll get an opportunity to put all of these into practice, all throughout the class. So don't worry. I did have a point to doing all of these little videos here. And that point is to help you become a better writer. And it's purely a skill that is going to serve you all through your days, regardless of where your days may take you. So thank you for tuning in. We'll pick it back up again next week with a few more videos.